Moving around the world develops your skills. It might generate confidence, and for sure, you will get to know more about yourself. The French writer Émilie Zola said, "Nothing develops intelligence more than traveling." If there's one person that can talk about the benefits of living in different parts of the world, it's Samir Fernández, Cepsa's bunker director. He was born in India, he lived in the United Kingdom, he lived in Dubai, he lived in Singapore, and now in Madrid. Welcome, Samir.
Thank you, Bettina. Pleasure to be here with you.
I think you describe yourself as a global nomad. What is it about a global nomad that wants to travel the world?
Well, I think it was from the time I was young, I always realized that being stuck to one place and living your entire life in the safety of a single place was never going to be much fun. So when I was 17, my dad wanted me to study engineering in India. But I decided now it was actually time for me to go seek knowledge somewhere else and gain experiences in the world. So I chose to go out to sea. Spent 16 years sailing on cargo ships around the world, met people from different parts of the world, and every meeting, every interaction with people enriched my life in a better way, made me a better person, made me learn to appreciate different cultures and different ways of doing things.
So you've seen different countries, different cultures, you are able to speak often in the native language. Have you nevertheless ever had like a cultural shock, something that really impressed you?
Impressed me? Well, a lot of things impressed me. I've never had a cultural shock because I've never been... I'm a very open person. I'm open to different experiences, and I've tried all sorts of funny stuff. I mean, when I was sailing in China, I've tried snake wine and reptiles and creepy crawlies and stuff. I'm very open to everything. I mean, I think if a set of people decided that something was interesting for them, then there's no reason why it shouldn't be interesting for me, at least to try it. The shock takes place only when you're not open to trying stuff out. I'm open for everything, so.
Traveling the world is actually good for the intelligence and putting people on their toes and learning more. Why do you think not so many people do it then?
The most important part about traveling is to have confidence in yourself. People generally feel that if they put themselves outside their comfort zone, they might end up being a little bit, they might be worried, they might be, they might not be able to communicate with people. I've never had that I've never thought of it as a restriction. I love challenging myself, so my only regret in life was not having gone to the South Pole when I had a chance on a ship, because I chose to come back and do something ashore. I think if you're open and you're willing to take chances in life, traveling enriches you like nothing else.
And if you were to think about the skills that you acquire while globe-trotting, what would they be?
The key that I learned traveling around the world is how to respect people, how to give them the benefit of the doubt first, and how to learn from them to enrich myself as a person more.
Are they actually handy, or are they good for you when you have to work with co-workers from different nationalities?
As a leader, you need to be able to understand the difference between people, what makes them tick. If they're not doing so well in life, what kind of encouragement do they need? Because different people have different needs. And I think from the time I went out to sea sailing with people from the Philippines, from Turkey, from Bulgaria, from Europe, it just taught me so much more about how unique we are as individuals, but also how similar we are. We are all genuinely nice people. We all want what's best for our families. We all want what's best for the world in general, but we have different ways of doing it.
Samir, I'm going to ask you for a tip, a very concrete tip. It must have happened to you that you arrive in a new place, new environment, and you feel left out. And somehow you've made it always possible to become part. If you think about one scenario where you are feeling left out because you're different, what is the tip you give to a person to really get in?
A smile cures everything, right? I think my father-in-law is a dentist, and I read this in his office every time I went there. A smile cures everything. I think if you're honest and straightforward and have that friendly approach, there's almost no situation in the world that you wouldn't be welcomed into. So my tip would always be to be honest and straightforward and just get on with it.
Very well. Might you be received with many smiles then.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Samir.